Hey guys, how are you all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a collective general reading for all signs. This will be for the full moon in Aries for the 29th of September 2023. So those of you will be most affected if you have the cardinal sign placements very strongly in your chart. So Aries, Cancer, Capricorn and Libra. But obviously those who have Aries sun, moon and rising will be obviously the most affected. Not to say that the other signs won't be, but these signs in particular will be feeling the full effects of this supermoon. Now this will be the last supermoon of 2023. These energies have been running around a bit rampantly over the past few days, and over the next few days after the supermoon you may be feeling the effects of these. So we're going to get into your reading. This is the Modern Witch Tarot. Now guys, with the messages, please take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. Please do not force any messages to fit, okay guys? So let's get into this. Angels of love and light, we please have clear and concise messages for all signs in regards to the full moon in Aries for the 29th of September 2023, please and thank you. Now, if there are some love messages that come through, I could be reading for yourself or your love interest. So please take into consideration the sun, moon, rising and Venus placements if you happen to know of these. So let's get into this. Just cutting up the deck. Wow, I'm getting affected already. Okay, so cutting up the deck for you now. We'll get this. Wow, okay, so the Seven of Swords. This is very intriguing energy coming through. So if there is a little bit of trickery or deceit that may be kind of around at this time, I feel like people are going to be filled with passion to find out the answers that they're needing. So there may be a little bit of confrontation potentially, or there's a sense of smelling a rat. Okay, I'm getting that overall vibe, and it's important to kind of trust your intuition at this time with certain energies around you that could be trying to kind of pull a wool over your eyes type of thing. I'm getting this vibe also that some of you have been planning a little getaway from certain people, places and things that aren't resonating with you, whether that's getting away physically, mentally, emotionally, maybe even spiritually in some aspects, with a sense of cleansing and purging particular energies, maybe calling your power back in some sort of way. I'm getting also kind of the return to sender type of vibe if there is a bit of energy around you and there's a sense of jealousy or envy or that kind of evil eye sort of thing. So I feel that you're going to be able to find out what you're needing to find out, okay? Now, if it's in relation to love, there could be someone around you who could be thinking about coming forward towards you with a different approach. There's a sense of tact in regards to how this person is going to show themselves to you in some form or fashion. So if this person tried to come back around in your life, maybe for some sort of reconciliation to test the waters, and you kind of didn't take the bait in some reason or some way because of potentially they came forward and there was a bit of hot and coldness between the two of you or what have you. I'm getting this overall vibe that they're like, okay, well, I guess that didn't work. So now I need to figure out a different way of coming forward. There also could be someone confessing some sort of feelings in regard to how they may have previously interacted with you in the past. So if this person wasn't very transparent, very honest, or if they kind of lied about a situation, regardless of whether it was a white lie in order to protect you, or there's this some sort of omission of the truth, I feel this overall vibe that this person wants to clear the air with you. And I'm getting this sense of getting the wrong end of the stick. So this person may want to communicate with you and say, look, actually, you may have thought this, but actually what was going on was this, and this was the intention and the motive behind why I did this, that, and the third, okay? Not for the reasons that you think, in regards to maybe assuming of a situation. So there could be some very direct, potentially blunt conversation that may end up happening, but I feel like someone is just wanting a sense of clarity in this connection with you. Okay, so let's get some cards on the table. But someone is overthinking. They're overthinking a situation between you two because there's been a lot of distance, but also I'm getting this overall vibe that I'm getting like words won't cut it. Okay, so maybe this person thought that if they were to come around and kind of say all the nice things and say the right words and what have you, you're able to see through whether this person is actually meaning what they're saying, if they're genuine, rather than kind of just saying a few things to kind of cover up some potential downfall in the way that they were with you before. But I think that this person actually is genuine when they come forward. I look at my timer and I see 7:17 on the clock. So you could be seeing lots of ones, sevens, or that particular angel number may be significant for you. But and also 777, as we did have the Seven of Swords. Okay, but let's get into this. Let's get some cards on the table. Lots of messages wanting to come through already. Yeah, Six of Cups, the Chariot, which is the number 7 here, guys, but also Cancer's energy. So we have a strong soulmate, but wow, if I can get my words out, past life connection, maybe even a twin flame. Someone is coming forward. They are feeling the sense of urgency to overcome whatever challenges that there have been in regards to this connection. They know that it's got to be down to them to come forward to approach you, to approach the situation between the two of you head on here. Okay, this person has a lot of fond memories of you from the past. This person feels very much like connected to you on an emotional level, maybe even a very spiritual level for some of you. Yet the Hangman, Pisces energy, and also the Four of Cups. I'm getting this overall vibe that this person has definitely held back here. And the reason that they've held back is they feel on some level, if they were to come forward with the sense of, the Two of Cups energy, as we do have the Six of Cups and you minus the 4, you get the Two of Cups. This person is wanting to have this sense of a mutual connection with you, and they feel that you have these deeper feelings for them as well, like you haven't forgotten about them. They hope that you haven't forgotten about them, or whether you may still think of this person, but potentially it's kind of been, in the back of your mind. Not to say that you don't hold some sort of care for this person, but I feel ultimately you've been just pushing forward, dealing with other things that have been more pressing at this time, especially if this person has been MIA for a little while, and it's like, well, what else am I meant to do? So you've kind of like, got yourself out of the energy of kind of sitting passively and kind of waiting for whatever is going on, with this connection to kind of make a move, as it were. And I feel like you're kind of fed up with doing that now. Okay, so I feel this overall sense like, okay, you do you, I'm doing me, and I'm here and I'm open and receptive to when you want to come forward towards me and we can talk things out. But at this moment in time, I'm pretty good right now. I'm in a position and a place where I have this overall sense of, enlightenment here. Okay. I'm getting this vibe as well that this person and yourself do actually want to have something more long term and stable with each other. I'm getting that Ten of Cups kind of energy, whereby of building on something solid, having some sort of stability here, security, feeling safe with one another in regards to a love connection. And I was getting leaves for some reason, so I'm getting autumn, I'm getting leaves. So this full season, okay, is very significant. But also with me saying full season, I'm picking up on the fall energy, which is also Aries. So this person definitely wants to have a new beginning with you, and they are going to take a risk to show off themselves to you. But obviously I'm getting this overall vibe that the ball is in your court, and it's going to be down to you with how you're wanting to kind of go forward with this. But it's getting very clear to this person that they are to pursue you. Okay. Now, I'm not just kind of saying, oh, it's the masculine, very traditionally to go towards the feminine energy. We have masculine, feminine within all of us. Okay. So obviously, however this resonates, it can be switched around. But yeah, with this Nine of Wands, this person is kind of nervous to make themselves known to you, to show to you that, look, I do want to put in the work when it has come to this. I know that we've been through a lot together, together and separately, but I hope that, the worst is over. And as much as it's been painful that whatever happened in the past between of us, kind of unfolded the way it did, can we kind of just put that in the past? And not to say that you're forgetting about it completely and, sweeping it under the rug type of vibe. I'm getting more on the lines of like, look, you both live and learned through whatever happened in this interaction, and you've probably needed this separation between the two of you for quite some time. You may have not necessarily wanted to have of this separation, of course, because there are, emotions here at play, but I'm getting this overall sense that, what is meant for me will be coming in for me. Okay. Yeah, so let's get some more cards on the table and see what wants to come out here for you guys. But definitely, water here is very, very prominent. So emotions are definitely running high here. But yeah, very strong Cancer and Pisces in particular, but obviously Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe even Venus placements could be significant. But let's get some more cards. What else is going on for this full moon in Aries, the super moon, please, and thank you. Yep, Two of Swords. Everything is fine. 10 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So strong water and strong air coming through. I feel like this person wants to have this conversation with you in regards to, why there was a sense of stagnancy. That overall kind of like not making a decision is still a decision. This person may have been a little bit cold, a little bit nonchalant. There could have been something about your interaction with this person that really did cut you deeply. Like, it really did hurt. It left you in the dark for a very long period of time. And you've had to put on a very strong, brave kind of face here to say, look, yeah, this was very, very challenging to deal with. But then at the same time, I wouldn't be in this position of where I am now, and I wouldn't be as strong as I am now and as protective of myself and my energy now without having gone through this interaction with this individual. It's like you've got your kind of logical hat on here, but also you're very tapped in with your spirituality, with your emotions, with your intuition. I feel like you are having this really lovely kind of mix between your heart and your head, okay? Whereas before, you may have been completely all in with this person coming from your heart space, and you're wanting to show to this person, look, I do actually care about you. I want to know how you are. It would be nice to see you. It would be nice to kind of, have some quality time together, get to know of each other. It's been maybe a bit of time that you've not been in this person's physical presence for some of you. And it's a sense of just kind of like, reliving the old times. I'm getting that kind of like, oh, back in the day type of vibe. But this person and yourself have both changed from your kind of dealings with each other, especially if, what happened was quite a while ago. If it was a few months ago, years ago for some of you, I feel like this person is now getting more into their heart space to come forward towards you, and they want to kind of bring up the fact that they now know and understand, look, I was more kind of in my head rather than my heart, and I understand that you were more in your heart than your head, and you know, there wasn't the kind of blending of the energies very well between the two of us. There's just something was a bit of a miss. So you're both like not on the same page. But I feel that ultimately this person knows that, you know, if they are to have something more solid with you, that it's got to come from them. But they, most of the time, have sat back, okay, and they've watched you, okay. This person is now dealing with a lot of anxiety. They may have even had issues with their mental health, okay. They may have tried to keep that under wraps. So maybe they're going to open up to you and say, look, not everything is what it seems. I know that I'm kind of going about my business, and from what it looks like, I'm getting overall online, or, you know, how you've heard about me through the grapevine, as it were, to do with, you know, my job or my family situation or my financial standing or anything like that. I'm getting this overall vibe that this person wants to say it from, you know, from the horse's mouth type of thing. But this person has actually really struggled and they've really missed you. And I feel like overall they are just wanting this kind of discomfort that has been between the two of you to come to an end. Like, they are so done with it now. Like, they just want you and them to be, you know, all right with each other. As I say that, pulling the Emperor coming forward, which is Aries energy. This is, you know, divine masculine as well. So I feel like quite a few of you are dealing with a twin flame connection. Some of you could be predominantly divine feminines watching this for your masculine, but obviously this can be switched around. But this person is taking action now to come forward towards you, and they want to do right by you. It's like this person has really stepped up to the plate, or they really want to step up to the plate to show to you that they have matured, okay, to show to you that, look, I'm not who I once was before, okay. Like, I've gone through very hard times myself here, dealing with betrayal with other individuals who have been a lot closer to me physically than you have. So maybe like family members, friends, you know, potential partners here, or exes, what have you. This person is going to say, look, it's not all been smooth sailing for me. And I know that it hasn't been for you. But I want us to get out of this dark place and come into the sense of illumination of where we both stand with each other, and just kind of leave the past in the past, and obviously just kind of learn from that. I feel like I'm getting that kind of repeated, so that obviously is an important message. But look, with the Six of Swords, can we just leave the past in the past? Can we just have this sense of smooth sailing between the two of us? I do believe I said that earlier. You know, this person and yourself have done so much healing work here, okay. And I feel that this individual here is realizing that they have this particular idea in mind of how they want their life. And I feel that ultimately, you and this person having this connection and kind of developing it somewhat, and being exclusive and taking the next steps to have more or build more with each other, is at the forefront of this person's mind. It wasn't in the past, but it certainly is now. And this person wants to travel to see you face to face. This person knows that all the little actions that they've done in the past have this ripple effect, okay? And how one small action here, if taken with not very much consideration, or coming from more of a place of an ego perspective rather than leading with the higher self, it has kind of waved through, the energies wave through their life, okay, with their interactions with the other individuals here. And it's like, okay, they may have at one point thought, well, that's got nothing to do with me. But if they were to kind of look at a timeline and see it from the bigger picture, and just took stock and kind of hear out what people are saying to them, then they would realize, wow, I do have a greater part to play in how things unfolded. It's not necessarily like, you know, it's always been the blame on the other person. Like, I have to take some sort of accountability and responsibility for this as well. And I feel like for a lot of you, if you are dealing with your divine counterpart, you have heavily mirrored this person's energy. You've shown this mirror to this person's face. And it's like, how your dealings with me is what's going to be happening up onto you. Okay. So it's like attracts like type of thing. And this person is now understanding your kind of pain in all of this from the beginning, like especially if now like you're in this kind of more nonchalant kind of attitude, not because you don't give a f about this person or anything like that. I'm just getting more on the vibe of like, look, I'm focusing on me right now. And not to say that you wouldn't want a relationship with this person or you wouldn't want to be friends with this person. It's just a sense of like, look, it was so long ago, and I'm just in this position in my life where I have this sense of clarity about where I want to go and what I want to do. And if you or anyone else was to come into my life, then I'm having this, kind of expectation. And it's not necessarily like a, what's the word? Oh, I can't quite think of it, but like, when you have too much of an expectation of something, um, it's like you don't have that. You're not expecting anything from this person or from anyone else. But what I'm getting is that predominantly, um, if this person or other people that come into your life or you are dealing with right now, they don't come forward with a sense of, respect and appreciation for your time, effort, your energy, you have no problem with kind of cutting them out, okay? Especially if they are not kind of meeting you where you're expecting to be meted. Not to say that you're on your high horse or anything like that, but I just feel like you may have been walked on at some point, okay, by this person or by others in general, treated like some sort of doormat. And you've gone, do you know what? I'm not dealing with that anymore. I've only tried to be kind of good and put good out there and have good intentions for my dealings with people. And I've been met with, ish. And of course, it's not fair, but there's always been something to learn in regards to that. And I feel now this person's like, okay, right, I have to make sure that I do come correct to them, because this person has obviously been heartbroken, not just in relation to love, but in lots of other things as well, lots of other, scenarios. And I feel like you and this person having this open heart to heart conversation with each other is really going to allow you both to bring down your walls and not be defensive or be on guard or like alert with each other as such, to the point where you're hyper vigilant and feeling uncomfortable. This person wants you to feel in a way where you are like, I can trust this person, but this person knows that they have to earn your trust. It's like, not that they have this, access to you, and it's like they taking that for granted. They may have done in the past, but they're certainly not doing it now. Yeah, death card. Because I feel like you may have had this realization that this person was kind of taking you for granted at one point, and you've just gone, do you know what? This really is painful. And you may have felt like, I'm never going to be able to recover from this because of the deep feelings that you shared. I'm getting that you shared. So this person does have deep feelings for you, but they just had a different way of showing it, unfortunately. Or they just didn't really show it to you at all, because I feel like they could have been fearful or scared of, what if this doesn't work out, or what if something goes wrong, or what have you. So I'm not necessarily getting that they took the coward's way out, but if the shoe fits, I'm getting that, okay? But Scorpio energy is coming through as well. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus could be significant, and also the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, so very strong fixed sign energy, so double Scorpio, and potentially Sagittarius as well. But there needed to be a karmic cycle or multiple karmic cycles that needed to come to an end in order for there to be this kind of rebirth. But this person definitely needed to go through some sort of, I'm hearing humbling, okay? Being humbled in some way, but also they needed to have an ego death, okay? And now this person's like, okay, I want to completely transform the situation with this person. I don't want this connection to be over. I would like this to be brought back to life. Okay, they've had this light bulb moment, this epiphany of like, wow, okay, so if I do this and that and the third in a way where I'm showing myself from a place of honesty, from a place of emotional vulnerability, if I am being truthful with them and I'm being respectful and I'm showing to them that I am truly, genuinely sorry for how certain things played out and for my part to play in certain things, then I feel like I've got a shot here that this can actually um, you know, be brought around again for a second chance. Okay, this person is basically wishing on a star, I'm wanting to say, praying. They could also be talking to the universe. I'm getting that kind of talking to the moon type of vibe. Look, I want to have a second chance with this person. You know, is there a possibility that, you know, our paths will naturally kind of get together and we can see of each other relatively soon. So there may be a bit of spontaneity here in regards to expect the unexpected with you and this person. You know, it's like you both know on a deeper soul kind of level, even if you were just to tap in with your intuition here, that you are going to be having of this meeting. Okay, but you don't necessarily know when, you don't know how, you don't know where. It's kind of leaving it all up and surrendering to the universe into the way that, like, yeah, it happens, it will be great. If it doesn't happen, I can accept this as well. And even though you may be like, look, of course I want it to happen, I don't want it to not happen, but if there is a point in time where it's like, well, maybe this isn't meant to be brought back, then am I going to be okay and comfortable with that? And I feel for a lot of you, you know, as difficult as it is, you may be in the position of like, well, okay, um, maybe this isn't our time around, you know. But I feel that something completely surprising is getting ready to take place here. Yeah, with the world, oh my gosh, with the Wheel of Fortune and the world and the Knight of Swords, this person feels a sense of urgency to come forward towards you. They are basically saying, look, universe, can you organize this? I've got on a lot on my plate right now. I want to go forward towards this person. Got a strong Leo coming through as well. I want to communicate to this person. I want things to be all right with us again. Can you help us to kind of work it out? And I feel like that's exactly what the universe is doing. If that is what you both want, and that's what's genuinely going to make you both very happy, then of course it can be something that can be, you know, sorted for you both. Interesting messages. What else here, please? And thank you for this full moon. Yeah, Eight of Swords. I was picking up on that energy earlier. This person is very, very much in their feelings, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles, especially if you're out here single, single as a Pringle, looking and smelling good, okay, feeling yourself, as it were. This person is seeing you in a light where they just feel like you're glowing right now and they can't help but be attracted to you. And I feel also that this person may have preferred to be single, okay? They may have dealt with commitments in the past and, you know, what have you, but I feel predominantly this person is someone that likes to be, you know, a free spirit here. They prefer to be kind of on their own, but is that because it's actually a preference, or is that because of some sort of, you know, difficulties that they've dealt with in their past? Okay. And that's the kind of question to kind of ask yourselves, or this person may be asking themselves as well. Okay, am I just kind of focusing all on my career and my money and my social standing, etc., you know, in this 3D reality because, you know, that is what I'm truly genuinely happy with? Or is it like a cover up? Okay, is it a cover up for something deeper that's going on with this person in regards to, look, well, actually I do want love. I feel like I am deserving of love, but maybe there's been a sense of cynicism with this person, like they've been a bit cynical and like, well, I guess I'm just going to go about my business until I feel like if I am going to be dealing in a love connection, then they have to be the one. Okay, it has to feel like it is true love, whether that exists or not. Like, that's the kind of viewpoint I'm picking up on. But I feel that predominantly this person is realizing that there is genuine love here. Like, you've opened their eyes. You've opened their eyes. You've taken the blindfold off of this person to show of yourself in your true, authentic nature. And you put yourself out there, and your light blinded this person. It's like, oh, I can't deal with that all at once. It's like, you know, staring like at the sun. Okay, and you stare at the sun for too long. It's so beautiful, but then you have to kind of tear away. You have to kind of force yourself to look away, and then you get those kind of like um it's like very cloudy kind of vision. And I'm also getting told to say spiritual cataracts. It's like this person saw you, but they didn't truly see you, whereas you did truly see them, and you loved and accepted them as they were, even if they were not necessarily in the highest of vibrational places in their life. Like, they were dealing with a lot of lower vibration, okay, regardless of whether that was within them or with certain individuals around them and what have you. You just saw through all of that, and you're like, yeah, I know who this person is. I see through, you know, all whatever front that they've got on. And that's also what most likely upset you. It upset you because it's like, well, why are you fronting? You don't need to front with me. I see you anyway. And that absolutely scared the bejesus out of this person. It was like, oh my gosh, what can I do to make sure that they don't see me? And they may have ran off, or they escaped, or whatever. I'm getting escaped because it's a sense of like, they tried to do of certain things to fill the void, getting the sense of instant gratification with certain things going on in their life. And with being around you or being near you or having more of a romantic connection with you, this person knew and saw that they would have to change, and they weren't ready for that. You may have been, but this person wasn't quite ready. Even though on a great level, I'm getting this vibe that they had wished and prayed for a love as deep as there is between the two of you. But they weren't ready to accept it. They weren't ready to receive it. They weren't ready to be able to offer you, I'm hearing, what you deserve. Because this person actually genuinely wants to give you the world and then some. It's like they want to be the person who you want them to be, who you feel like you need them to be. And not in the sense of need by a codependent kind of connection. I feel like there may have been issues with codependency in the past, with a regardless of whether it's with this person or with other people. This person has dealt with people codependent on them, or they've dealt with codependency on other people. It's been important that certain things needed to be worked through first before you and this person were able to get to having a very healthy, solid, loving connection, whereby you could wholeheartedly embrace the wholesomeness of the pure love, the unconditional, the divine love that there is between the two of you, and really embrace the spiritual aspects of the connection, rather than just kind of having something more superficial, whereby this person may have wanted something more superficial with you in the past, but it goes beyond the superficial. It goes beyond the 3D. It goes way deeper than that. But this person is hoping that, you know, that you are single and that you're not really dating anyone else, okay? They hope you're not dating at all. But if you are, then this person is hoping that when they come back around, they can soon enough take you off the market, because this person is very serious about you, okay? this person would be heartbroken if you were dealing with someone else, okay? They would want you to end it, and they're hoping that they can manifest this connection with you sooner rather than later. But also there could be a few energies around this person or yourself that have, you know, not necessarily wanted for you and this person to be happy. Okay, they haven't wanted you to be happy, regardless of whether you're going to be on your own or whether you're going to be in a commit with each other or whoever else. There have been some very, I'm getting this overall sense, cruel and insidious are the two words that I wanted to be said, okay, with the type of energy that's been around you, okay, in regards to try to get things to go their way rather than your way. But now you're making sure that both of you, that things are going your way, as in my way, okay, which is pretty interesting. But I do feel that some of you may receive communication from this person, maybe in the next few days, or potentially over the next kind of couple of weeks up until we get into the new moon in Scorpio, which could be very significant. But I feel that ultimately this person loves how you carry yourself, and they love the fact that, you know, even if you are really scared about going your business, doing of certain things, you know, you're giving off this impression that you're like this beautiful swan, okay? Very graceful, you know, on the top, but maybe you know, your feet are kind of going a little bit like 9 to the dozen type of thing, or whatever it is, whatever that saying is. They just feel like you're really amazing, and they actually want to be more of a help rather than a hindrance to you. And they're having this recognition that, you know, they want to be of a support to you. You know, they don't want to hurt you. I'm getting this person never intended to hurt you, but without seeing it, they did. And it's like, now they're like, right, I have to be more self-aware. I have to be more emotionally mature. I have to be able to have that sense of, you know, emotional intelligence if I'm going to be dealing with this person, because they have done so much work on themselves. Then if I'm really wanting of this connection with this individual, then I have to put in the work myself. And that's exactly what this person has been doing, unbeknownst to you, especially if you have the distance between the two of you. But this person wants you to know they are and have been doing their bit. And if they still feel like, you know, they're not quite where they want to be, this person will probably still come forward, okay? Because you're both not going to be absolutely 100% healed. You both are going to reach to a certain point, a certain level of consciousness whereby you're well aware enough of, you know, your past, your present, your future, and how things kind of, you know, took place. And it's a sense of not holding a grudge in regards to each other, especially if, you know, you may be a bit like, oh, hang on, well, how would this person hold a grudge against me? I mean, it's potential that this person may have certain feelings, certain thoughts that you're unaware of, because they see things or think of things in a different way to you. So it's going to be illuminated to you by this person if that is something that was the case, and that you may at some point have hurt them, or they felt hurt by something that happened between the two of you, and you may have not seen it or known of it. So it's that kind of mirroring energy, which is, you know, a quite strong possibility here. But I feel that all you really need to do is just to talk, is just to communicate, and communicate clearly with each other. And it's not going to be as scary as you think that it's going to be. I feel like someone kind of has this kind of assumption that everything's going to kind of go wrong, but that's not necessarily the case. So someone's needing to have that little bit of faith and trust themselves that what they're doing by coming forward towards you They know already that it's the right thing to do, and they're going to be doing of that. And regardless of whether you were going to reject them or not, it's like getting something off of their chest. It's like getting that burden off of them, so that they would then have that clear idea of like, well, I tried. At least now that I can kind of move on, or I can do what I need to do or feel like I need to do, but I don't have to have this kind of in the back of my mind for however long. Like, it's done. So there may be that kind of like effort energy where this person may be like, right, I'm here. Have you got time to talk? And that's where the sense of being unexpected could come in. Okay. It's like you're waking up in the morning. Um, you're waking up in the morning, going about your business, and you've got all your kind of week planned. And then it's the sense, this person messages you and they're like, right, can I see you tomorrow? It's like, oh my gosh, that is really soon. Have you got a moment to be free so that we can kind of sort things out with each other? And that's the kind of unexpected I'm getting. Either that, or there may be an out of the blue type of situation where you're both out and then you bump into each other for some reason. But it's weird because like this person may have had this certain thing kind of planned or booked in, and so have you, but you've not communicated about it, and then you're at the same place, and then that's how sometimes the universe works, which is quite interesting. It's like, well, why are you here? Well, why are you here? Well, I'm here because of this, that, and the third. But you've not had any interaction with each other as to why you would both be there at the same place at the same time, even if it is for completely different reasons. Interesting how I'm picking that up. But that's all the messages I'm picking up for you, guys. I know it was a long reading, but I am very appreciative of you all for kind of hanging on in there to the end. But this has been the full moon in Aries reading for you guys in regards to, love and life. So I hope that there were a few messages that may have resonated with you here today. If you have enjoyed this reading and you did fancy supporting myself and the channel, there are donation links now available. So thank you so much to those of you who've already donated. I greatly appreciate you guys. Even if you do not financially donate, a great way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments. So thank you all so much. Also, if you haven't already, please hit the notification bell so you guys get an alert as to when I post another video for you, as I wouldn't want you guys to miss out on any future content that gets made available on the channel. And also, if you are interested, I do have a link for a membership right now in the description box below. So thank you all so much for those of you who are members, and obviously new coming members as well. But anyway, guys, happy full moon. Sending love and light your way. I'm sure I will speak to you or see of you soon. Please take care and see you later. Bye, guys. Thank you.